In ancient times, in the land of Canaan, lived the people of Israel. They were farmers and shepherds, living in villages and towns. This story takes place in a valley where the Israelite army was facing a powerful enemy, the Philistines. The two armies stood on opposite hills, separated by a wide valley. For a long time before this, the Israelites had faced many challenges. They had moved from place to place, sometimes struggling to keep their land and their way of life. They often relied on God for help and guidance. Life could be simple, but also uncertain, and they looked to their leaders for strength and protection. In this time of worry, there was a young man named David. David was not a soldier. He was a shepherd boy, the youngest of his brothers. His days were spent watching over his father's sheep in the fields, caring for them and keeping them safe from wild animals. He was known to be brave and kind, and he loved music. The normal situation was that the Israelite army, led by their king, Saul, would prepare for battle. Soldiers would stand in formation, ready to defend their people. But now, a new kind of challenge stood before them. A giant warrior from the Philistine side was causing great fear, and no one seemed ready to face him. One morning, a message came to David. It was a divine instruction, a call from God. God told David that he should not be afraid, but trust in him. This moment was important because it gave David a different perspective. Instead of seeing the giant warrior as an impossible problem, he saw it as an opportunity to show God's strength. So, David decided to do something unusual. He left his sheep and went to the Israelite camp. He told King Saul that he would go and fight the giant. He explained that he had faced lions and bears to protect his sheep, and he believed God would protect him from the Philistine warrior too. King Saul was surprised, but he agreed. The main challenge was clear. The Philistine warrior, named Goliath, was incredibly large and strong. He wore heavy armor and carried a huge spear. The Israelite soldiers were all afraid of him. David, on the other hand, was just a young boy with no armor and no sword. It seemed like an impossible task for him to face such a mighty opponent. But then came a key turning point. David refused the king's armor, saying it was too heavy for him. Instead, he chose a simple shepherd's staff, a sling, and 5 smooth stones from a stream. When he met Goliath, the giant warrior mocked him. But David, holding his sling, stood firm. He declared that he came in the name of the Lord Almighty. The immediate consequence was swift. David swung his sling, and a single stone flew through the air, hitting Goliath in the forehead. The giant fell to the ground. The Philistine soldiers, seeing their champion defeated, were shocked. They turned and ran away from the Israelite army. Over time, the situation evolved. The Israelites, encouraged by David's victory, gained new confidence. They were able to defeat the Philistines and secure their land. David, who was once just a shepherd boy, was now celebrated as a hero and a leader. His courage and faith had made a huge difference for his people. The lesson we can learn from this story is that even when facing something very big and scary, faith and courage can help us overcome challenges. It shows that you don't need to be the biggest or the strongest to make a difference. Believing in yourself and in something greater than yourself is very powerful. And so, the young shepherd boy, David, proved that with God's help and a brave heart, even the most daunting obstacles can be overcome. The land was safe for a time, and the story of David and Goliath became a reminder of the strength found in faith and courage.